How's it going, guys? It's CountryTactical, and today we're going to be making the World War I US Marine uniform from Walmart. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, and we're finally doing it today in this video. Now, I've always loved the World War I US Marine uniform because what sets it apart from the US AEF, American Expeditionary Force, is its forest green uniforms. The Doughboys, they had a kind of burnt olive green. It's kind of, you know, you've seen it before. It's a lighter, it's an olive green. But the Marines, what really just made them stand out was their forest green tunics that they adopted in the First World War. It really just stands out and pops compared to their other pieces of kit, which I always thought was really cool. And that's what we're gonna try to be remaking today. Now, one thing about their forest green in World War I is it was serviceable in the Western Front. However, it didn't blend in as well as the olive green and the muddy trenches. The olive green was just a little bit better at that, but the forest green was still fully serviceable in the First World War, and it still worked out really great. Now we're gonna be looking for, obviously, the forest green trousers and tunic. If we can't find anything that's forest green, we're gonna use some dye and dye it that color. We're also gonna be looking for some nice boots and some putties we can combine together, and we're gonna be looking for, I would say, a campaign hat. I really wanna throw a campaign hat on this guy because I think it looks really good. They have them in the game Verdun. I play Verdun a lot, and they have the campaign hats. They wear them. I always thought it was cool. Now, back in World War I, you wouldn't really see campaign hats on the Western Front. They would have their Brody helmet on. They wouldn't really bring those into combat, but a few did. However, I think it's gonna work really great for this Walmart uniform. Now, you can use this uniform for Halloween, school presentations, Airsoft, whatever you want. It's gonna be great for it, and it's gonna be a great price. So I'm excited to go ahead and get to Walmart and make this uniform. Also, check out my uniform I got on. This is a Dutch DPM field jacket I got on. We have these at hardshipsupply.com. Now, this is the issued version. We recently got these in. We got a ton of them in. We're selling them for only 15 bucks. Great deal, farmer's price. Get them while you can. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to Walmart. Guess what? We're back at it.
We're going to be making a World War I US Marine uniform here today at Walmart. Let's see what we can find.
So what do you think we need first?
Let's go with pants.
I'd say that's a good call. Let's look for something baggy, something cheap, and something forest green, because that's the distinct color of the Marine uniform. They kind of blended it with a green and kind of a navy blue, and that came out of dark forest green, or so what I'm told. But let's keep looking. 26 for these, a little bit too expensive. Yeah, it's we're gonna have to look for some sweatpants. All right, we're gonna go ahead and look on for some green sweatpants. We got these right here, but I think they're branded. Corbin pointed these out.
Yes, they have the brand Pair of Thieves, so we'd have to get rid of that if we wanted to make it as authentic as possible.
Also, they're $15, so a little bit too expensive. Let's keep looking. All right, Corbin, where are you going? So we found some
fleece sweatpants that are almost the perfect color too.
They look thick and baggy like a wool sweatpant. Large, I think, is perfect. Extra bagginess. So we're looking for the Wranglers, and bam, look at that. Just recently, they reintroduced the winter version of the Wranglers, long sleeves. The short sleeves are all on clearance now. We can go check those. But the one we want over here is $20, as you can see. So what is perfect about it, though, is this a forest green. Go ahead and hold it up to the shirt.
That is like the same exact color. I mean, look at that.
No joke. Like, that is almost, like, it looks a little bit different on camera. Look at that. But like in person, they look identical. So that's perfect. Let's go ahead and get these two. That's crazy. It actually looks a little bit different on camera. In person, it looks identical. But on camera, I can see it looks different. But overall, $10 and $20, $30, and we got the uniform. No dyeing needed. So sweet. We can throw this together quick.
Luckily, summer's coming to an end, so we managed to actually find some long sleeve button-up shirts. So we didn't have to dye this time. And we also managed to find sweatpants too, like I said, since summer's coming to a close, so they're pushing out the winter gear. And honestly, the colors are almost perfect. I mean, they're like a very deep green, and the shirt and the sweatpants almost blend together, with the top being slightly different, which would be pretty standard back in the day during World War I.
Next thing we need are not the Das Bootens, because those are jack boots. We need just Chelsea boots and then putties. So let's go look for that. So we've been looking for a minute, and unfortunately we cannot find any cheap Chelsea boots like we used to be able to.
I didn't even see any Chelsea boots at all.
And we've been looking for a while, but we're gonna go ahead and get something we would get. We'd probably get one of these cheap brown looking boots, something that has a lip, because we're gonna put putties on this, and having a lip is a lot better. Look at these. These have a lip on them, as you can see.
So we need the high tops, preferably the high tops, so the putties will wrap around.
So keep an eye out for those. We're gonna use some old Chelsea boots he used to wear in one of the videos. From your massive clown shoes. Look at that. Everything is just so extra size. So we saved some money because I don't want to just order boots and use them once. So we're gonna use those, and it should be good, but just keep your eye out for some good cheap Chelsea boots that are brown, preferably. You can paint them, do whatever you want to them. But now let's go ahead and get the web gear, the web belt. So let's go over to the belts. Now we're looking for a canvas looking belt, and I'm not seeing any right now. It's unfortunate. We're not going to use suspenders for this one. I'll tell you why in a second. But we can't find any canvas belts. They used to have canvas ones. So since we can't find a canvas one, like we can only find black canvas. We used to be able to find tan canvas. If you can't find a tan canvas one, either go with a brown leather one like this, or yeah, just go with a brown leather one. We have a canvas one we got from Walmart at home, so we're gonna use that one. But you can use a leather belt for this because it kind of looks like the tan canvas, but it's not quite it. But we only need a belt. So let's go ahead and go to the next item, which is, what's the next item? Oh, we need putties. Putties. So we're in the medical section and we're looking around for medical stuff, and we came across the old Ace bandages, the Equate bandage wraps for $2. This one's kind of open. Can you go ahead and check it out?
Good old Walmart brand right here.
You were actually the one to discover these, so how did you find them in the first place? Because this was back in the day, like sophomore year of high school. He came up with this. Very clever. Let's go ahead and grab 2 of these, and we'll have our putties. Now we need a hat. That's going to finish everything off. That's our last item that we need. So we're going to go ahead and try to find a hat, maybe like a gas mask bag, something else. So we're in the ladies, the white girl hats. That's what Maverick used to call these. Now we came across, what are these hats called right here?
White girl hats.
These are the white girl hats. I miss Maverick.
And there's 2 that we see. So there's the brown one right here, and there's also the darker brown one right here. Which one matches the putties? Because I think we can make something pretty cool going on. I feel like that, I don't really like the lighter color of that one. I feel like olive drab was usually a darker tone. That's more of a tan. Anyways, I think these look better because it looks more like an olive drab. And I'll show you something cool that we can do with these hats. So as you can see, we got the hat right here. Go ahead and put it on your head, make sure it fits. Now I got a cool trick. We're gonna bend these to make a campaign hat, because that's what we're going for with this. I think it's gonna look pretty good.
So I think the uniform's coming along pretty good. So far we've managed to find a hat that actually turned out pretty good for a campaign hat. We also got trusty Ace bandages, or I guess in this case the Walmart brand Equate, but they look pretty good. They made some pretty good putties, as they always do.
Now since we didn't buy a lot at Walmart, we have a lot of stuff at home. We're gonna go ahead and look for something like a gas mask bag. See if we can find that. We're also looking in the women's bags. Do you see anything that makes a gas mask bag? I see some things you can make with, you can almost make a haversack, the American haversack. Now, we're not going to make the American haversack. Now, the reason being is because the soldiers going into combat, they said the haversack was big, bulky. It kind of swing around a lot in the trenches. They usually took that off going into combat. So that's why we're only going to have the belt on, and we're going to go ahead and find a gas mask bag, just to add some more detail, because they'd have that on in combat. Looking over here, just kind of scanning around. Does anything catch your eye? Okay, this kind of catches my eye. This almost looks like a gas mask bag. The thing is, the color is not it. It's see, that could almost be a gas mask bag. Hey, and if you're trick-or-treating, look, you got a little candy bag too. What we could do with that is we could actually get spray paint and paint it. I'd be down to do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We didn't buy a lot today. Go ahead and get that $10 thing. Only $10. By the way, if I didn't say, this hat is 16 bucks, so it's not gonna be the cheapest, but it'll be solid. Let's go ahead and get some tan spray paint. Now, the reason I like the tan and the brown and the olive on this uniform is because it's really gonna make forest green on the Marine uniform pop. So let's go ahead and go with it. Looky right there. Spray paints we got. There's khaki right there. Khaki gloss, bro. Who uses khaki gloss?
Gloss? Why would you need gloss khaki?
Yeah, let's just go with this one right here, the satin. Let's go ahead and grab that one right there. And it is $6. Sweet.
So far, even with today's inflation, we're actually saving quite a lot of money on this uniform.
We are here, ready to make the U.S. Marine uniform from the First World War. So the first thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna spray paint that purse we had. We're gonna spray paint it tan so it looks like a gas mask bag. So let's get to that. All right, we're gonna take this. You wanna paint decently lightly. You don't wanna oversaturate, or it's gonna take forever. Look at that, it looks like tan canvas, you know? Alright, now that that's going to dry, we're gonna go ahead and start assembling the uniform. First thing we need are the pants. Go ahead and throw your U.S. Marine spritzes on.
Gotta take the stickers off. They didn't have stickers on their pants back then, so.
No, they did not.
No stickers. We're good to go.
Over there. Over there. Send the word over there. That the Yanks are coming.
The Yanks are coming. Rum dum 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 over there.
Let's get a Yankee dance going.
How do Yankee dance?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I'm thinking like ding ding, but that's not Yankee. That's Southern. That is a Yankee band.
I don't know. Just make one up. Yeah. Oh yeah. What is that? The Charleston? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I like them pants. They look good and they fit well, right? A little bit baggy, but you can tighten them, right?
It's got a little drawstring.
Not bad at all. All right, let's throw on forest green field jacket.
Bam.
Bullet done unbuttoning.
Bam. If I can get the button out.
Looking good. Looking good. Now it is accurate to have a bit of a tone change in World War I uniforms. They were making these uniforms quick, and it was often that, you know, the pants would be dyed slightly different tone than the shirt. And that's an accurate range right there. So I think that is perfect. Mainly with the doughboys that had that problem. You know what's funny is on camera it looks way more olive drab than it does in person. This looks a lot greener in person. It looks more matching to the top, which is weird. What is this red button? There's like a red stitching.
Oh yeah,
there.
that's the
Is that German? Bro, it's German red piping right there. Over there. That button all the way to the top, just like the tunics. All right, let's go ahead and throw the belt on next. Now I'm kind of concerned about this belt. I believe it's one that Maverick wore, so it's probably Maverick size. We'll see. Oh my. You know the funny thing? This was tight on him. So this is we used to have these at Walmart. Sometimes they show in. We only saw black versions today. But I guess you can go ahead and just belt it around or something. Or you just use leather. I mean, it'll look close enough. And just kind of like tuck it, yeah. Just like that, baby.
Bam.
And look at that. Already halfway there. Now we need to throw the Das Bootens on. Go ahead and throw these on. You know, the funny thing is, these are like size 13s. This is what we used to make the World War II American uniform back in 2020, like 5 years ago. Oh god! They were huge on Corbin, so we're gonna see how well they fit on you now. I'm thinking he probably grew into them at this point, so. How they feel? Jesus.
They fit very well. As you can see.
Fucking clown shoes back on. Man,
They slip on nice, so
that's
plus,
good.
I guess.
That's very good. Do some tap. Oh my gosh, bro. They're so big on you. Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead and slap one of these on. We're gonna wrap these like they wrap putties, which is wrapping them up. Corbin's gonna show you because he actually knows.
Gotta unhook your ace bandage, or in this case, Walmart Equate brand.
So that's the reason we want the lip on the shoe, so you can actually connect the two pieces together.
Yeah, they're pretty skin tone almost.
Pretty pale, just like you. Pale. There you go.
Don't forget your clips. Just hook it in. Just hook it in like that. Bada bing, bada boom.
If you don't have any clips or you lost them, you can just use a little piece of rope and tie it around.
That always works too.
It's like the real putty system. And bam, one putty on. There you go, blood.
On for putty 2. Pretty much when you're wrapping putties, at least how I do it, I pretty much just mirror it. Oh no.
What is going on? Bam, just like that. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, bam.
Now we need to go ahead and shape the hat. So I've seen this been done in Mexico. I went to Acuna, I got a hat made. And he shaped the brim. Now they did this, I think, with like moisture and heat. I think there's a way. Let's wet the hat down. Yeah, let's
so
just
got like those fancy machines where they like put it on the bowl and it like steams it up.
Let's just wet the top of the brim. Let's take this, or we could tuck this honestly, or cut this off. We're gonna cut this little piece off. Let's go wet the brim down. So we got the top wetted down. We're gonna kind of grab it in 4 corners like this and press on it. Try to shape it to this fashion. Now Corbin's gonna start breathing on it and he's gonna heat it up. You see how I'm kind of like making these little divots so you can grab your hat.
It looks more like a campaign hat than it did.
Definitely does. You'll get like a heat gun or just hair dryer and really go to town with it. Looks a lot better. I'm gonna go get a real campaign hat, or a reproduction one compared to this. So this is a reproduction campaign hat. You know, it's like this so you can grab it really nice. That's what we're doing with this one. I really want that heat gun. I'm gonna go ahead and look for that heat gun again. I'll be back. It's got some water right here. Put it on the hat. This is what we got going on so far. It's really taking shape. Could put more time into it and make it look really good. We're gonna go ahead and complete this before the night ends. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this extra stuff off. I'm gonna cut this. This is the classic white girl hat named by Maverick. But, I mean, I guess I could have left that ribbon on. So you both have ribbons on the side. You'd also puncture holes into it, riveted it so it can, you know, be breathable. I mean, these feel almost the same. This is like a fake felt right here. Starts to look pretty close to it, huh?
Besides the color, I mean, they look almost indistinguishable.
So we're gonna let this dry out a little bit more. The gas mask bag is still drying out. So as that stuff is drying, I wanna go ahead and tell you about the fantastic jacket I'm wearing. It is the Dutch DPM field jacket used by the Dutch troops in the 1990s to early 2000s. It was their go-to field jacket, windproof. Overall, it's very neat. Many pockets, zipper right here. Hidden pocket right here with Velcro, as you can see, very cool. 2 zippers, and it's a very nice jacket. Casual wear, wearing it around. Now recently, me and Corbin, we made a new surplus company called Hardship Supply, and we're selling military surplus on that site. And we have a goal, we have it in mind. We make cheap uniforms so everybody could have it. We want to sell cheap surplus to as many people as we can. Not everybody has a lot of money to spend a pretty penny on crazy surplus. So as much as we can, we'll be selling cheap surplus. We're selling it for pretty cheap. Now the reason for that is because it's been used a little bit. As you can tell, the color's faded a little bit. It's been washed a few times, so it's not pristine, brand new quality. These have been issued. They're still in fantastic condition. But if you want an unissued one, you're gonna have to pay a pretty penny. I'll show you that one. Now on the other hand, we do have unissued ones. This is the unissued one. It has never been washed. These are literally brand new. These unissued ones, we do not have a lot of them. We probably won't be able to get much more of these unissued ones. If you wanna pay a pretty penny for the unissued, go for it. But if you wanna save some money and get a reliable field jacket, Dutch DPM, this is the one for you. So go ahead and check out our website, www.hardshipsupply.com. Brand new surplus shop. We're selling things pretty cheap, even whoobies. So go ahead and go to hardshipsupply.com and get some good military surplus while you can. Great selection, always adding more. It's a great website. Anyways, let's go ahead and try on the Walmart uniform and see how it's going. All right, boy. Let's go ahead and get... You got your gun. Johnny got his gun. Johnny got his gun, got his gun. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Hurry right away, no delay, go today. Actually, I want to sing this song. So go ahead and put on your campaign hat and I'm going to sing this song. Wait, he's putting on his gas mask. Not bad, Yank. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run.
Over there, over there. Send the word over there.
That the Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. The drums coming everywhere. So prepare. So he got the US Marine uniform on, and it looks pretty spiffy. Here, adjust your gas mask a little bit. I think it does not look half bad. I think it looks pretty darn good on this fella. He looks like a true US Marine with the forest green. Now to celebrate this, I'm gonna go ahead and sing Johnny Get Your Gun. But if I do sing, you like it, you guys have to get this fantastic Dutch DPM that's really cheap right now while you can. So remember, check out Hardship Supply. But let's sing Johnny Get Your Gun and take on them Huns. Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, no delay, start today. Over there, over there, send the word over there. The Yanks are coming, the Yanks are coming. Yankee to the ranks from the towns and the tanks. Make your mother proud of you and the old red, white, and blue. Bam! All right, son, charging some bitch hunt. Show 'em what's up! Hell yeah! Oh my God, his pants are falling down. Did y'all see that? Oh my God, Johnny, get your britches.
One thing you'll never forget is the sound of the German machine guns tearing up the wheat fields around you. Your men dropping around you everywhere like flies. But we still persisted on and we had to push forward. Retreat? Hell, that's not in our blood.
I can't believe this boy's little panty underwears were falling down. It's unfortunate for that fella. Johnny, get your Brits. No, but look at that. He blends in very well. Look how good he blends in. Like he looks, I love the forest green of the Marines. It looks so freaking good. That is so sick. Very hard to spot. Dang, that is good. He looks like a Marine that just came out of the water. Boom. I love that. So freaking cool. Love that camouflage. All right, well, I sang the song, so go get your Dutch DPM. But yeah, remember to comment down any other suggestions you have for other uniforms, and we'll do them. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you Yanks later. Bye-bye.
And remember, to buy from hardshipsupply.com.
That is www.hardshipsupply.com. Check it out.